more information is being released from the New York Times writers who have written a book basically exposing all of the horrible things that Republicans did before, during, and after the events of January 6th. And they have tapes to back up everything they're claiming, and one of the newest tapes reveals Kevin McCarthy on a call with other members of the Republican caucus in the House of Representatives, openly fretting about how people like Matt Gaetz and Mo Brooks were endangering the lives of other Republican members of the House. Here's what the authors have to say. In the phone call with other Republican leaders on January 10th, Mr. McCarthy referred chiefly to two representatives, Matt Gaetz of Florida and Mo Brooks of Alabama, as endangering the security of other lawmakers and the Capitol complex. But he and his allies discussed several other representatives who made comments they saw as offensive or dangerous, including Lauren Boebert of Colorado and Barry Moore of Alabama. Mr. Brooks and Mr. Gaetz were the prime offenders in the eyes of GOP leaders. Representative Steve Scalise of Louisiana, the House GOP whip, worried Gaetz was breaking the law. It's potentially illegal what he's doing, Scalise said. So not only were they worried that Matt Gaetz was endangering their lives, they also thought, at least one of them, Scalise, thought, hey, this is probably illegal what this guy is doing here. And as per usual, nothing happened. Goes even further. McCarthy said, he's putting people in jeopardy and he doesn't need to be doing this. We saw what people would do in the Capitol, and these people came prepared with rope, with everything else. So they understood the dangers that these people, that Matt Gaetz and Mo Brooks were stoking. They knew the dangers these people posed. And here, of course, is how they say Matt Gaetz and Mo Brooks were endangering people's lives. They said that basically Mo Brooks appearing at the January 6th Stop the Steal rally, that was Brooks's role. And of course, as we know, Brooks showed up in a bulletproof vest. And Gaetz, of course, after the insurrection, was out there saying, oh, no, Trump is innocent. It's these other Republicans that are terrible. They're letting him be impeached. He was drawing the ire of that angry mob to Republican members of the House. Now, Matt Gaetz, of course, has already lashed out at Kevin McCarthy and said that he was so busy protecting Liz Cheney from criticism while I was out there protecting Donald Trump from impeachment. Okay, well, if that's the way you look at it, you didn't do a very good job, did you, Matt? Because in your chamber, the House of Representatives, Donald Trump still got impeached. I mean, you're not in the Senate, so you had no say on whether or not he got convicted. But you didn't do a good job in the House. Liz Cheney, on the other hand, is still a representative. She may not have her leadership position, but I'd say McCarthy won that fight. Now, here's the problem again. Nothing happened to these scumbags. Nothing happened to Matt Gaetz. Nothing happened to Mo Brooks. Mo Brooks might be getting his comeuppance right now as he runs for Senate. But beyond that, nothing happened to these guys. And McCarthy, these other Republicans like Scalise saying, I think this is illegal, criminal endangerment. Y'all did nothing. You knew that you would have had the numbers, especially given the fact that Democrats controlled the House, you would have had the numbers to kick them out. You could have done that. That would have been relatively easy, especially if you just had enough Republicans on board. And based on these tapes, it seems like you may have had that. You could have stopped the problem right then and there. You made the decision not to do it. Therefore, you were just as culpable for what happened from that point forward as everybody else. And of course, what have we seen from these individuals in the past year? Have they been holding Matt Gaetz accountable? Have they been going after Mo Brooks, telling these people, you're going to get in line with us? No, they haven't. McCarthy's the one who's fallen in line with those people. Because eventually, like I said, he ended up stripping Liz Cheney of her leadership position. They're cowards. They're cowards. They're frauds. They're children, basically. Except a lot worse than that. They were afraid that Matt Gaetz was going to get them killed. So rather than hold him accountable, rather than kick him out, they decided to bow down to him instead. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.